Ahoy, my friends, Ryder here. All right, so today is day 6 of the 7-day war, the rise through arena and the attempt at getting the Conqueror title. Today has been, I'm not going to say not a stressful day, but it's been overall pretty fun. I'll show you guys the current rankings right now. For everyone who saw the video from yesterday, you know that Odaiba and Fate, he's a little bit lower right now, were the ones that were the runner-ups yesterday. Odaiba and Fate had put together this freaking phenomenal team that was Setia, Megamont, and Eliza, and it made it really hard to counter because, you know, Mont and Setia kind of take away the ability to use Eliza, which is the greatest factor for bonus. And so the team was just, and also like Odaiba's team, like hats off to Odaiba, whoever you are. Like the Megamont with the zombie IDU TMR and just like the overall tankiness of it, it was very hard to beat. Like at the end of the day, it was still, I think I was still up 19,000 points, but he was definitely making a run. And even after the day ended, he started making a run, and I just left my team. His team actually was able to take the Lightning team that I've been running as a defense. And then I basically spent the entire night from about 1:30 a.m. till 6:30 in the morning was when I went to sleep. Spent about 4.5 hours building a counter for Fate and Odaiba's team. Finally, after hours of putting this together, I went through all of my VCs. I checked all my summon tickets. I built a new card. I put together a mono water team called Valiant that I put in there and was able to beat his team first go. So that was huge, knowing that I could counter it. After that, I went into a respec on my Lightning team and changed some things around and was able to reset the team so that that team could also beat the Megamont, Setia, Eliza team, which is absolutely insane. It's a very strong team. So as of right now, I've been basically defending for the day here and there. So like basically my strategy was, you know, when you get to the end of the day, if you have a ton of refreshes and you're trying to go out and just spam them, like you can't, you're on offense, right? So it's very hard to defend at the same time. So my strategy for the entire day has been, I'm going to do about 1 refresh per hour. I'm going to ninja my team to a different team, to a team that I know has a very good chance of fighting somebody. And whether people catch up and I can get a little bit of a bonus, I set a team for that. Or if not, I've just been racking up this win streak. So right now I'm at a 52 win streak, and it's been kind of off and on all day. And so as of right now, I have 28. It's going to take me 28 minutes to finish 7 refreshes. And so I don't quite want that big of a window. And so what I'm doing is still the exact same thing. So if we go into this ranking right here, I can tell that Shadow is still making his push to the top. He's definitely getting close. He's within 5,000 points of me. I think he's still farming. Okay, so here we have Amos. Amos is basically a counter team to my team, right? It's a team that actually beats this team. So it is a little tricky to fight it. But the thing is that Amos is mono dark team, which he just switched right now. He just switched this on, probably to counter Shadow and probably to try and chase me. The problem with having a mono dark team is that he's only getting, let's see, 50, 100, 175% bonus. So it's pretty low bonus. So although it can beat this Lightning team, the bonus added up over a long period of time, it makes it tricky to catch up overall. Plus I do have a counter to Amos's dark team. But yeah, all in all, it's been a very interesting day. I am very interested to see where this goes. So it looks like almost just beat my team again. So let me see here. I'm going to see which team I have on deck. I believe the team that I have that can take down Amos is Mix. And if it's not Nyx, it is Squall. Okay, so that being said, I haven't actually tested this out yet. This will be my counter for that, which is definitely a good one, or Nyx, which would be also a good one. Not quite sure which team would work better. Squall has 325% bonus, and Nyx has 300%. Okay, so as you can see, things are really starting to heat up in the arena right now. And yeah, essentially, Almost is slowly closing the gap. I also have a counter for Odaiba's team right here. Not quite sure which team to... It looks like Blues is making a jump for the top as well. So let's see here. Do I counter Almost, but then make it available for Odaiba to catch up? But Odaiba had the most points yesterday, so I'd say even though Almost has a team and he's making points right now, his points are going to slowly slow down over time. Let's see what time it is. It is 11:58. So I have 34 minutes until I absolutely have to start skipping. For each set of refreshes that I do, it's going to bring me down 4 minutes, roughly. I'm rounding up a minute. It's about 3 minutes to do 5 skips. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to check the ranking again. Okay, so it looks like Almost is starting to catch up. Okay, so I know that I have beat him with Nyx. The question is, can I beat him with Squall? Squall's 325. Or do I go for Odaiba? Or do I keep letting him catch up? That's the question. So I think that I have a very good chance of beating Odaiba. Almost, I haven't tried to fight yet, so it's hard to say how it will go. Let's look at his team compositions right here. Okay, so 17 defense, 34 slash resist, 29 missile resist, so all pretty good. Also, looks like Leela has a little bit of a evasive property to her. Joker, 10 defense, 22% slash resist, 5% missile resist, 10% water. He's basically 10% across the board. I'm going to go back and look at Leela, look at her elemental resists. Okay, so she doesn't have great resistances. Now, if we look at Helena, Helena has 22% slash resist, 15% missile, and high magic resist. Okay, so if I take Team Squall, I believe that's Eliza, Squall, Celis. Let's see right here. Is he still going? He hasn't really done anything. Okay. Well, it's going to definitely be interesting. It might be a good idea to figure it out if my team can beat him or not. I think that Astrius is going to definitely be an interesting factor. But Joker's Protect is definitely going to be a little interesting. Let's make sure that we have everything on. Okay. And Celis is basically there to just draw fire. But with Astrius and Celis, they're going to be pretty close together, so they're going to be available to be hit by AoEs, but Eliza's just going to be raining on them from a distance. So I think that Helena will probably go down quite fast. Leela is a little tricky. Helena is definitely a little tricky. Let's go back and see if Joker's running bells. He probably is. That's like the only way to run Joker. Ooh, and then he switched to Mono Lightning right at the end. Okay, so this is a very interesting team. Okay, so it looks like Odaiba right here, he's going to be my choice. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna go to Soul, I'm gonna go to here, and we're gonna Ninja 5 really quick. Hopefully I can kind of sneak these in. Looks like Amos just switched his team, so it looks like he's on the defense at this point. And let's see if my predictions pan out. Okay, first one's good. One thing that I'm going to keep in mind right here is I'm going to be looking at the 974, 619, and 621. Okay, so 974 and 619 are the last three numbers of Odaiba and Amos's stats. So I'm going to basically be checking that at the end of each battle to see if that's changing. Okay, Odaiba did not change. I also want to make sure that Odaiba doesn't switch his team on me. That happened to me once yesterday, where I went into the battle and he had switched the team, and fortunately I won the fight. That's what's tricky when you get into the end of the night, is that it's like everyone's switching everything around to counter everybody that's there, so it's like just freaking crazy, you know? But it's definitely been pretty fun. Okay, so let's go. I wish I could show you guys these actual battles. I do have like individual footage of a lot of these fights, which I can upload maybe like individually, or like put them all together into like a compilation of battles from this 7-day war. Guess it's like the 7-day war, right? Can't believe how much focus and commitment it takes to do this. Like, hats off to all the previous people who have done this in the past. It is pretty freaking insane, to be honest. Like, it's a lot of work. I have so many pages of notes right now for like so many different players. Like the majority of the players in the top 10, with like which teams they run, which of my teams counter their teams, which of my teams have countered their teams, which of them I have yet to test out. There's so many different things going on that it's like very tricky to kind of figure it out. So, okay, so I finished my 5. I'm going to go back up. I'm going to go right here. All right, so I was able to ninja the 5. I'm going to go back to the home screen just so that it switches my team over right there. Then I'm going to go back to duel and just make sure what's going on. So I'm at 198,000 right now. Shadow's at 191. I think that Shadow is probably close to, if not out of, refreshes. I know that Odaiba has, well, he's come up almost 30,000 in the day. Amos has made a huge run today. Amos, I know for sure, was under 57,000, 157,000 at the end of yesterday. So if he was 156,000 or 155,000, as you can see, he has made up a good amount at the end of the day. So hats off to him. Looks like Luz is making Luz is making a run. MRD is slowly there. I know that Zordi has been slowly fighting each day. Let's go in there and look at Zordi's team. So I'm just going to go in here. I'm going to reset my refreshes right here. Okay, so it looks like I have 7 left. That means I have 28 minutes of fighting. It's already 11:06. Okay, so let's see here. Where is Zordi? Zordi is running... Okay, so double lightning and Eliza. So looks like 100% bonus, 175, 250% bonus. Not bad, but he's coming up and fighting Shadow. And so he's probably getting a good amount of points. I know that Zordi was maybe... I can't quite remember Zordi's score at the end of yesterday. I have all this stuff written down. But it looks like Almost has taken a stand. Shadow has taken a stand. Luz is also fighting Shadow. And Odaiba is doing his thing right now. So what I'm going to do real quick is just jump out of here, go back in and make sure that nothing's changed. Almost 974 and Odaiba 619. Also, I want to keep an eye on Rabir. Rabir here has been slowly sitting around, and he makes runs at the end of the day. And Rabir is very interesting. He's running a mono evade team, very strong, not the highest bonus, but I've been keeping my eye on you, him or her. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but yeah, so there's a few people that I have my eye on. So, and honestly, it's kind of tough because I've been defending at rank 1 for, this is going to be the end of the 6th day, coming up here in like, let's say 52 minutes. And man, let me tell you, it is freaking gnarly keeping an eye on everybody that's keeping an eye on you. So I'm doing my best. I'm trying to stay as true as I can and, you know, work as hard as I can. Like I said, I feel like the person who wins these does the most work, puts in the most focus, has the right units at the right time, etc. Okay, so that being said, looks like Odaiba is still there, almost 974. Okay, so I'm going to come out here. I'm going to switch out again to Soul, and I'm going after Odaiba one more time. Because I realized that I was 28 minutes. Now I'm 28 minutes actually. And that's a little bit long for me. So I'm going to start blitzing down right now just to see how it goes. I know that by doing this opens me up for Rabir. Okay, so blitzing out of this. I'm going to go back. And I do have a full footage of this team fighting the team that I'm fighting right now that I will upload in the compilation. Okay, going into the second battle right now. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so Odaiba still at 619. Odaiba 619. So my eye is not really on Shadow right now. I think Shadow's made his push for the day. Almost looks like he's taking a defensive stance. He made some points on me right at the end there. Maybe that was his last 5 refreshes, or maybe he has some other ones later on. If he does, I'm going to surprise counter him, since I have 2 teams, one that I know has beat him before or stopped him, because you can tell when someone loses to you based on their points. Like, for example, Odaiba is at 187,619. If you look back and it's like 187,670 or something, like if it goes up like 35 or something like that, then that's how you know. And so you can kind of guess if the team that you put up defended well or if it didn't defend well. And so there's all these different factors that are going on into trying to gauge the play. And so I figured that the best chance of winning this 7-day war was going to be a blend, or is a blend, of proper defense and proper offense. And so the tricky thing is that you can't always properly defend while you are on offense. So if you're making a blitz at the end, then it's very hard to defend properly because people can see your team and then they can just switch to a team that counters that team, and then, you know, simple as that. So like this team right here, although Almost can beat it, right? Although Almost can beat it, he's forced to use a team that is pushing a lower bonus percent on him. So even the closer that he gets to me, the harder it is for him to fight. Okay, so it looks like I just broke 200,000. I switched my team back over. I'm going to go back out here just to make sure it properly loads. Okay, now I'm going to go in here. I'm going to look at Shadow. I'm not actually going to fight him. I'm just going to do the refreshes. Okay, so I have 6 refreshes left, which means 4 times 6 is 24 minutes. So I have 24 minutes of 24 minutes of straight skipping that I would need to do in order to fully go on offense at the end of the day. So right now there is 48 minutes left in the day, and I think that I'm just going to maybe, if I'm at 24, I don't know. I know that like the last 15 minutes, people really try to make a push. And so at that point in time, people are going to be gunning for me and trying to get as much points from me as possible. So if I have, let's say, I'm at, 200,000 and I was at 179,000 and I have 6 refreshes, I'm looking at somewhere a little under 210,000. So, but that means that people are slowly closing in and closing the gap. So that's going to definitely be interesting for tomorrow, whether that gap is closable in the time or not. But also the nice thing about the gap getting closed is that I've been essentially attempting and maintaining a lead on all these different players that have a much higher rate up bonus when they fight me. And so, you know, it's just tricky when I'm stuck at a 0.5 rate, and I can wait, but then it gets risky right at the end of the night. And so tomorrow I think I'm going to wait a good amount and try and get as much bonuses as I can. So I'm probably not going to start attacking until 7 p.m. tomorrow or something like that, instead of slowly attacking the day. Let everyone catch up as much as possible, and then I guess we'll see how it goes. All right, so that being said, today is near the end of the 6th day of the 7-day war. The fight for Conqueror is at large, and I'm giving it my all. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's definitely been fun making these. I know that it's not as fun when you're sitting here and I'm skipping battles, but this is what it's like. And, you know, it wouldn't be doing the full due diligence of what this is like to show these videos, because the only time I'm really watching the videos is when I'm testing a team against someone else to see if it beats them. And I'll only put a star next to the team on that player's sheet if it beats them with moderate ease. So if it's a close fight, it's not good enough. I have to make tweaks to the team. All right, well, I think I'm going to take a little break for now and then come back for the final push later on. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video so far, or enjoyed this little mini series. It's been super fun. That being said, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care and peace.